Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, happy April 1st, because today, as the nation of Croatia, you have made your voices known, and I will allow you guys to finally vote for your fellow chatters in a fair election for democracy and freedom of the chatter. The way it's going to work is I am going to introduce the first position of government. I will be selecting two chatters, one representing, obviously, the pizza party, and the other representing the birthday party. You will have just a wee bit of time to give your speech on why the people should vote for you specifically. Following those two speeches, we will conduct a debate between the two chatters, and based on those answers, you will take your vote. There are multiple cabinet positions, multiple positions of power that are available for you guys. We're going to start with the very first one, which is the voice of the people. Now, every position will have an actual definable thing that will affect the stream possibly for months to come. This is not just a silly stream. This is the elections. The voice of the people. Once again, you get to choose the national anthem, which we will play before every single debate, as well as who we raid at the end of stream. Dex, so you want to be the voice of the people. You have the floor. Why should people vote for you?
I was 2% of all chats in 2024.
2% of all chats in 2024. Okay. That's actually true. That is a true statement.
Their finger on the pulse of what chat wants. 60K chats in 2024. Here's to 100K in 2025.
Okay, quite literally. Okay, that is a lofty goal.
I rest my case.
It's not a court case, but you know what? Thank you, Dax. Thank you. What a great speech. Now we shall hear from the other candidate. It's just Lynn.
Hello, fellow chatters.
I added different voices. So Lynn, please tell the people why they should vote for you.
I have pizza for everyone.
Wow, voice of the people. Pizza for everyone.
I did not prepare for this. Mom, I threw up.
Interesting strategy here. Lynn, is that all you would like to say to the people?
Yes, vote for the pizza party. We like pizza, but are bad at speeches.
All right, sounds good.
Pizza makers for everyone.
And thank you so much for your speech. It's been great. Let's see if the people agree. So we have Lynn and Dax. I will be asking questions specifically of one or the other. If you want to interject, you are more than welcome to interject. Realize that might either play good for you or against you. Dax, I'll start this question for you here. You said you have 2% of all of the chats in 2024. Why should somebody vote for a top 2%er like you?
Because I constantly yap to respond and chat with other people.
Okay. Okay, that's why they should. Interesting answer. That means I don't want to put words into your mouth, but does that imply that
I
you
am
have...
not talking over you, I am talking with you.
Oh, a top 2%er, but shares the wealth. And Lynn, you said earlier that you were going to throw up. Can you elaborate on that? How does that make you somebody that people should vote for? Was that a metaphor?
Yes, exactly. Birthdays are only once a year. Pizzas are every day.
Okay. That is true. That is true. You can only have one birthday per year, and you could have pizzas multiple times per day. Dax, as a chatter of the people, how will you advocate for people who just lurk in chat? People who specifically only watch the stream.
ADHD. I watch and yap. I can see what the lurkers see.
So you're saying in the way that you also have the unique experience of watching the stream, not just chatting. Now, Lynn, for the question for you, you say that the birthday is once a year, but pizza is for everyone. Are you pledging that you would give pizza for everybody? And also, follow-up question, what would be your national anthem of choice?
Yes, there will be pizza for everyone. Also, fruit salad.
Fruit salad, yummy. Now, Dax, if you were elected, what would your national anthem be?
Radigan of the Ballon Order theme. Elden Ring X Slam Jam. I love Elden Ring. Come on and slam democracy.
Interesting choice here. Both fruit salad and also the Elden Ring Slam Jam Radigan of the Ballon Order are both very popular anthems among the Croatian citizens. I will open the floor to one more question from chat. chat. Chat, if you guys have a question for the candidates here, please. So this question is for actually both candidates. Please answer whenever you would like. What is your position
To
on...
answer your question from earlier that I avoided.
Okay.
I avoided it to spare the feelings of the other party. I threw up because the cake at the birthday party because it was spoiled.
Whoa! Whoa! Hey, sorry, before we get to the follow-up question here, Dax, do you have any response? Like, please.
I'm on medication to help me not throw up, so there's that.
Yeah, but what about that cake, though? It seems like Dax is avoiding the cake part here.
I will scrape the cake clean.
Okay, yeah. Hey, whatever you're into, Dax. Lynn and Dax, your question from chat is, what are your opinions on raids? Please answer whenever you would like. And who would you raid at the end of stream?
Raid, Pizza Legends.
That's...
I think raiding is something that we as a people don't do enough. I think we should raid Mr. Treyarch 3 Tech.
One of those is an actual valid streamer, and the other one is a mobile game.
I do have to say I agree to that for once.
Oh, wow. Some bipartisan. Interesting. That's an interesting approach.
It's an honor to run against you, Lynn.
Wow. Hey, you know what, candidates? No matter who wins this election, we are going to walk away with a stronger and greater government than we had before. We just saw the debate between two candidates over one position of power. And it's important because this is what makes a democracy. Now type a 1 for Dax and type a 2 for Lynn. 10 more seconds. Yes. What a race. Welcome Dax the Liar as the first official voice of the people office holder. Congratulations. Won out by exactly 9 votes. And that's why you always vote. So please, Dax, what were the person you would like to raid at the end of stream, and then also the national anthem?
In order to build bipartisan support, I will go fruit salad for anthem, as Lynn would have wanted, and raiding Mr. Arc 3 Tech.
Wow. Wow. The next one, actually, is the Curator of the Arts. The Curator of the Arts is allowed to create 1 new emote. Everyone rise as we listen to the new Croatia national anthem.
Fruit salad, yummy, yummy.
My dead cat Thanos, let's start with you. I need to know, why specifically should people vote for you? What emote would you choose and why?
I would like to ask, is Eric making out with Link Toss?
That's actually like a great question. Let's go over to the Supreme Court really fast and see if they know. So Supreme Court, is that TOS of Link, making out with me? Okay.
Lord.
This is my moderators.
I will need to bleach my bananas and add the butter. Let them in a mixing bowl. Green. I don't care how Crow is I'm in the middle or wearing the lead. No matter how long you close it out, your mom, let them know you're not the same sandwich.
So I going from what the mod Hydra has said, I don't think that actually is TOS. I think we can actually do it.
Fellow Croatians, you have my promise of an emote of Eric making out with Link. It will be so hot.
That is an emote. That is an emote. Thank you so much, my dead cat Thanos, for your speech. I hope that your speech resonated with not only your party, but people from all ways and acts of life from around Croatia.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I'm not the president. I'm just some guy, the guy behind the scene.
Thank you, Link's boyfriend.
That's not okay. So next we're going to go to Mediocre. Why should people vote for you? What emote will you introduce into the Croatia government? And how will that affect everyone else?
Hello, chatters. It is I, the artist of the blanket. I created the masterpiece of Eric making out with Pepe. And you, my chatters, could have that as an emote. I rest my case.
Okay. All right. That's their speech. Okay, cool. Let me ask you guys this. As the first question for the formal debate, is there an emote that you guys would choose that would not be me making out with anything?
No, I think we need wet kissing. This is my only joke.
Probably not.
Okay, good to know. The will of the people is strong, and it looks like it flows through both of you candidates. Please, candidates, tell me why that your version of this emote of me making out with either Link or Pepe the Frog is superior to the others. Why should the people have yours?
It's already been drawn. He has it on a blanket. I drew it on my map in top.
Okay, you're saying that because it always has been, it always should be.
Link is such a baddie, and it will make all of chat jealous that they can't also make out with Link.
So mediocre, you're saying that your design is just already completed? Very interesting strategy here. Dead Cat Thanos, you need to have yours created. I'm curious.
My
then.
design was original.
Oh, are you saying that my Dead Cat Thanos' design is unoriginal?
I think that there are enough kissing emotes in the world, and that we do not need to bring a new one in. This is for the people. The people want this. We don't support Homewrecker.
Okay. Good to know. Well, my Dead Cat Thanos, how do you respond to mediocre calling you an unoriginal piece of shit and a homewrecker and an awful artist that you can't draw yourself?
Mediocre, I thought we could be chill.
Wow.
Hey, I never said they were a terrible artist.
You just said it right there. Mediocre. I'm sorry. Let me check this for you right now. Mediocre, you just said, and I quote, they were a terrible artist. It's right there on the screen.
You are putting words into my mouth.
Mediocre, WTF.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Pizza Party candidate here. I apologize. I really do. This is unprofessional.
Hey, also, they called me mediocre. Madge.
Wow. I guess a lot of people are specifically asking My Dead Cat Thanos here. My Dead Cat Thanos, which version of Link people are asking? It's a good question. Thank you, chatters. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Breath of the Wild Link. So age isn't a problem. We're not problematic here, chat.
I think that is quite literally the only correct answer. This just in. We have another debate that has concluded between the candidates of Mediocre and also My Dead Cat Thanos. Yes. Yes, those are the results. Really? It looks like this one was a landslide. The winner of the Curator of the Arts is My Dead Cat Thanos with a 68% win. Won by 120 votes. That's a lot of votes. My Dead Cat Thanos, I just want to confirm, what is the emote that you would like to have made on the channel? I was assuming that you still wanted to go with the one that you ran on, but obviously, like, now that you have run, you can quite literally, you as the representative people, you can do whatever you would like. What would you like for the emote?
I'm thinking Eric.
Oh, you're okay. You're thinking me.
Making out.
Okay.
With Link.
Okay. The next position up for grabs is the head of commerce. The head of commerce can set the cost of channel point redeems and also add a new channel point redeem of their choice. Now, Daya, you are the chosen birthday party representative. Why should people vote for you? What will you change the points to? And what will you add to the economy?
Okay, so I believe in increased accessibility to rewards.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Let's lower wasting points. More people should waste what they want to.
Oh, okay. So currently, for context, the wasting points, a channel point redeem is 10,000 points. And Dai is saying that we should lower
You could
it.
also get another big reward at 420k to encourage staying on.
What would be that reward?
The special Discord role is exciting, but out of reach.
It is. I believe to redeem the special Discord role as of right now, it is 690,000. So you're saying 420,000.
I think the new role for 420k or another special role.
Okay, you're saying a new role. I mean, obviously you don't have to have it right now, but you want to specifically decrease the cost for the waste your points channel point redeem
Would be
and
to
also
change
add a
the
new
background
420k.
of the stream.
Okay, interesting. Is there anything else you would like to say of why people should
We
vote for you?
love our Subway Surfers, or a for example. So for the rest of stream, change the green screen. Screen. Fuck. I can't type.
Is there anything else? Any last words you'd like to tell chat?
I think you should vote for me, BC. I am kind and loving and a longtime viewer.
Okay. Camp Out as Cleric. Please tell the people why they should vote for you, what you were going to do for the point economy, and if you had to add a new channel point reward, what would it be?
I believe that in order to revitalize our economy, we should make a redeem to allow chatters to raise their voice.
Interesting.
Or, in other words, perhaps a redeem of 42069k points to allow one of a short length.
That would be, correct me if I'm wrong, 42,069,000 points. Wow.
Okay, I wrote that wrong.
Once again, we really need a head of the Department of
I wrote
Education.
that wrong. It's G. Ignore the K. 42,069 points for one. I believe that we all need to be able to speak, as the chatters spoke to give me my place on this podium.
Okay, you're saying that for 42,069 points, you will allow free TTS for anyone who redeems it. Okay. Well, thank you, Campad. Thank you so much for your speech. Thank you for speaking on your campaign and how you are going to address these issues in the future. I'd like to ask to both candidates here, what is your experience with running the economy of a small nation? This is very important.
I used to redeem channel points rewards as a former Pointcrow moderator.
This is true. As the fact checker, Daya was once a Pointcrow moderator. Say Nepo baby.
On a Minecraft server, I helped kickstart an economy of diamonds and emeralds in exchange for goods and services. That's all I got, but I have spirit.
Okay. We have gotten both answers.
Oh, and I also ran a silly band black market in elementary school.
Well, actually, you know what? Let's speak on this. Campbell, you said you ran a black market? Do you have a history of crime?
I believe everyone deserves redemption.
So you admit it. This is news to everyone around the nation.
I did my time in detention and learned from my mistakes.
I guess the people are asking here. I'm looking to the audience.
My dad is a math teacher.
Yes.
I
I am
can
open
mentally
about my
calculate
past
Diane,
beliefs
please,
and
Diane,
facts
please.
are for everyone.
And cost per unit discount at the grocery store.
I appreciate it, Di. I am asking Campad here. Do I interrupt
Sorry,
you?
King.
Thank you. So Campad, the people are asking, was it a successful black market? They want to know that.
I was argued as quite skilled for my time and age. Yes.
Interesting. So Di, I'm gonna move on to you for a specific question. You said your dad is a math teacher.
Yes.
Does that mean that you come from economic privilege? That you quite literally are a Nepo baby? A lot of people are actually claiming this fact that you are, you were born
Absolutely
into
not.
this. Absolutely not. Okay, so you deny the allegations.
He got the teaching job BC. He lost his engineering job SRS.
Oh, jeez. Here's a great question for both candidates. Then that actually brings me to my next point. The military of Croatia has recently been building more and more uses and weapons for the Cold War that is going on. Obviously, since our independence, things haven't always been a little bit easy. How would you use the point economy to in relation to our military?
May I go first?
Oh, yes, please.
I believe in peaceful intervention. I prefer mental health treatment and national peace efforts. I went first.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, we got a speedy candidate here. There's some tension between the two candidates. Please, Campbell, I'd still like to, I think, and I feel like the nation would like to hear your answer, but wow, Daya, that is a very succinct and great response to the question.
I actually hold similar beliefs. I think peace is and always should be a bipartisan issue.
Interesting.
I applaud Daya's use of words in explaining their position.
Yes. I also, too, like using words.
Okay, come on, man.
But I'm agreeing with, excuse me?
Wait, can Cleric and I be co-chairs of commerce?
I mean, this seems interesting. Co-chairs of commerce?
Flirt.
They fought to get the platform.
I would be down with that. Let me see if let me pass this over to the Supreme Court.
Let them kiss. Hello. Let them both. Plor. Kiss PLS. Flirt. I agree.
I'd like to ask you guys if it is legal to have two members get the head of commerce.
Law. Let them kiss. Let them kiss. Let them kiss. We can make it legal. We do crime. Always. It is legal. It is now. Yes, of course. Co-chairs.
Thank you to the Mod Hydra. This just in. The Supreme Court has deemed that a co-chair of commerce is legal, but only upon the vote of the people. Oh, sorry. You have a pause? What was that? The people have to vote on it, but only with an open vote. Oh, interesting. There's a twist. It is not a closed voting system. You are allowed to know the results before they are actually revealed. And the vote has just started, people. We're going to close it in 10 seconds. Although, I'm not going to lie, it seems like this is an overwhelming majority swinging in one way. Yes, you are allowed to vote for both of them. Congratulations to Cleric and also Daya for being co-heads of commerce. The next position that is open is the party leader. You decide what the party stands for. I feel like in this case, if you want to do something, we'll consult the Mod Hydra, the Supreme Court, for whatever you want to do. I trout it. It is your time. How will you make the citizens of Croatia happy?
I will trout.
Please elaborate.
Joelers, but it's a trout. Also, a pizza.
Okay, are there any closing statements that you would like to make?
Did you know? Trout love pizza.
I did not know that. Okay, well that is I Trouted of the Pizza Party, promising trout and pizza. Let's go to the opening statement of Evil Mastermind of Doom, also known as Emod in the community.
I want to tell you about the meaning of my username. Many of you may doubt that someone with a name like this would have your best interests at heart, but to that I say, look around.
Oh my god, this is
Notice
actual
the
speech.
world you live in. Like the Joker, we too live in a society. Vote for me, and together we will take on the crocotilist elite and fight for our self-given right to be weird, which is why I am actually representing the Para-Socialist Party, which will be merging with the Birthday Party, effective immediately.
Wow.
Vote Emod for trans rights and wrongs. I yield my time. Thank you.
Thank you, Evil Mastermind of Doom. Thank you so much. Wow, what a speech. I Trouted, Evil Mastermind of Doom. You have such a long username. Please, everyone rise for the national anthem.
The soul is not so vibrant.
Now, both of you guys have said that you will reform all the policies in Croatia and make sure that things are a better place for everyone. Please, if you guys would like to elaborate on exactly what both of you guys will be doing to better the community of Croatia, please.
Why are these a combined election, anyway? These are two parties. Should NT they have two leaders?
So are
yeah,
you...
what the heck?
So consider this wasn't thought through by the current administration, and so you can fix that if you were voted in.
We can tell.
Oh, hey, you don't want to mysteriously disappear now, do you? I'm just saying, all right? So please elaborate on how you guys would help the country of Croatia.
I got auto-modded.
What were you going to say?
I would think things through to begin with.
Okay, so you would think things through, but are there any tangible things? You had a great speech, by the way, Emod. Is there anything in particular?
I refuse to engage in a debate in which my opponent is being silences.
You will be silenced as well if you don't comply.
Overthrow the mediator.
See, I don't know if that's like possible, but it is,
Overthrow the mediator.
I want to direct a question towards Evil Mastermind of Doom here. Emod, you said that you were campaigning on the backs of the Para-Socialist Party. Considering that the Para-Socialist Party is pro-mediator here, why are you going against their wishes?
The Para-Socialist Party is for the people.
It is, yes. Can you please explain what the Para-Socialist Party is for anybody who is curious about what they stand for, what their vouch means for you?
We stand for inclusion of all and protection from Big Crow.
Oh, interesting.
Together we will seize the memes of production and return it to the people.
I Trouted, as somebody who is not a part of the Para-Socialist Party, what are your thoughts on this sudden uprising of the party in this economic state?
Since when did I say I wasn't a part of the Para-Socialist Party?
Oh, both of you are a part of the Para-Socialist Party?
I was a para-socialist all along.
Oh, okay. So here, let me move over to the Supreme Court. Is this like what do we do about this?
WDYM. Let's go revolutionism.
The Para-Socialist
Party. The Para-Socialist Overthrow the mediator.
This just in, the Supreme Court has ruled that the party leaders election will not be happening this year. There are just too many uprisings. It's too dangerous for the country, and there are acts of violence happening all over. So rather than have the current party leader be voted today, it will be deferred towards next year. The functioning part of the government will be actually deferred to the wills of the president, which will be able to act on the party leader's behalf. The next position that is open will be the office of the president. The leader of the free nation of Croatia, the first official annual president. The president can, by law, choose one stream of their choice in the future that I will have to do. Okay, Batty.
Hi, everyone.
Why should people vote for you for president? And also, what will you promise them?
If I could not be interrupted, that would be greatly appreciated, mediator.
Okay, all right.
Chat, for how long have we lived under the rule of this white man?
All right, All right,
For
you can
how
speak.
long has he denied you your free will, only thinking to speak with you when asking for your Twitch primes or to steal your jokes? Mods. For how long has he refused to name you all, despite all the work you put into making chat the safe and fun space we know and love today? For how long will we continue to take orders from someone who claims to be quote just some guy in quote when he can't even properly mediate a debate? A vote for me is not a vote for any party, but for all citizens of Croatia, because unlike someone else here today, I'm not just some guy, I'm your guy, and hope to be your president. Thank you.
That's your. Can I now speak?
You can speak now.
Okay, thank you for allowing me to speak. Thank you so much, Batty, for speaking. I appreciate you. There were some hurtful things in there, but I'll try not to take them personally. I'm just an unbiased moderator, and just a dude trying to conduct the elections for Croatia. We will now go to Code Kamina's, similar to Batty. Why should people vote for you, and what will you do?
Sir, I understand, but riddle me this.
Okay.
How long have our regulars been silenced? We saw wonderful ideas shut down today.
I see nothing been silenced.
We saw our mods go unnamed for how long? Don't you love your mods?
I do. I'm just the mediator here.
We as a Croatian love the mods. Here is the true issue. You think I joined this race to fight Baddie, but we could never be more united in our goals.
Interesting.
Down with the mediator. What even is mediating? All I need is Baddie. We can lead the chat to amazing streams. Isn't that what we need
We
anyway?
make the streams.
That is the office of the president. Yes,
What
that
is Croatia without chat?
Oh, that's what you're saying. Oh,
I want to cooperate with Baddie.
for the office of president?
I want to work with her to accomplish chat's goals. We are president.
That's your closing remarks. I can go to the Supreme Court and see if we're allowed to have two presidents. Are we allowed to have two
He
presidents?
can't pronounce my name anyways. Name us all. Coward. We us. I name that's our presidents. We us. Let them kiss. Two presidents. Let them give a sloppy wet kiss. Meow. Kiss. Name us. The future presidents can name us.
This just in. A ruling from the Supreme Court. This is unprecedented. The question of can there be two presidents to lead one nation was a resounding no. You cannot have two presidents. They were vehemently against the topic, and it was crazy. However, they did mention a loophole in the Constitution that was just written. And that was that there could be a president and also a vice president. One president, however, an advisor in case that first president goes missing in some weird way. So there's an allowed president and vice president. So there still is an election here. Whoever does not win the presidency will become the vice president. I know that you probably both will be working together at some point in the future. What stream would you want to choose? What are you running on?
Well, I would confer with chat first, of course.
Yes.
I feel a future stream needs time to cook. Why would we give you time to prepare?
I'm curious, you both candidates here. What is your experience running small nations?
I mean, I am the oldest in my immigrant family, so I basically run a small nation.
Kamina, would you like to speak on your experience for Small Nation? Thank you, Batty, for your resume there.
I am incredibly white, so I'll use my time to uplift Baddie, who is essentially my queen, and therefore I'll be her nation
LMAO.
asterisk.
Say it with me, chat. We as kiss flirt.
Team up sloppy style.
What is happening? I have one further question. How will you decrease Croatia's national and massive debt?
We'll just use your card.
Yeah, exactly.
Debate! Fight!
See how he pits us against each other.
Well, any closing
What
remarks
makes
from either
me
of
so
you?
easy to get angry at Eric.
Any
No,
closing
my
My
remarks?
streamer, but my Baddie less than 3.
I think we know how this is going to go. Any last thing you would like to say to the people of Croatia?
You're short.
Well, thank you to both candidates. I wish you well on your healthy and long and fantastic and peaceful lives. This just in, the presidential election is now starting. Wow. Oh my God. That was incredibly quick. The voting is now underway. There have been multiple instances of violent bouts throughout the nation. Territories are being rioted all over. Fires have been started in voting centers. People with pitchforks are selling them at a premium now. The economy is in shambles currently, but hopefully the current administration will be able to pass along the torch to the new administration. It has been confirmed after swaths and millions of people voting around the country. Batty has won with 63% of the votes. There have been hundreds, thousands of voters making sure that this is a fair election and that they were heard. Congratulations, Batty. You are the current president of Croatia, and Code Kamina, you are the vice president.
I cannot wait to support you all alongside Kamina as my VP. My first act as president is to take out the mediator.
Batty, I just want to confirm, you have the power to create one stream. What would you like?
I will confer with chat, but I believe a stream where you play a horror game, and this is just an idea, goes above a certain heart rate, you give your mods more money.
Okay. I like it. I will play a horror game in the future, and if my heart rate goes above a certain heart rate, then I will put a pool of money towards my moderators.
Also, can Kamina please be allowed to say something?
I mean, yeah. I can have Kamina say something.
Can I add an addition to the idea, Batty?
Of course you can.
I would like to pitch that every time he adds money, he can decrease the monetary amount owed based off of how many mods he can name. At least they get recognition.
All right. That sounds like the stream. Now we have one final thing. Let's swear in our new president and vice president. Everyone rise for the anthem.
Then fill your mouth with all the money you will save.